Hey guys and gals, it's your boy JR, aka Lomo Bushcraft, and I'm just lighting my tea light candles here. I'm using my electric lighter here to light my candles here. So I hope you guys and gals are all doing well. I'm just lighting my candles with the oops. So yeah, see the little electric lighter. So it's a little electric lighter. Hey Filipino Raquel, how's it going? I'm just lighting my candles right now. I'm using my electric lighter to do that. See the little electric lighter there? Whoops, there you go. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. First one here. That's cool. The electric lighter is pretty cool. I like it. All right, got the candles lit. Oh, putting on my glasses. How's it going? Hey, what's up? Yep, got the candles lit. You just push this thing here, and then that covers the red button there, and you move it. And whoops, here, go a close up of the electric light. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, hope you ladies are doing good. That's right, it's morning in the Philippines, it's evening here. So yeah, let me put on my watch so I keep an eye on the time. Let's see. All right, it is 10:15, so it's 10:15 p.m. here in Midwest Indiana. Aww. And then I'm showing off your guys' comments so that way if someone replays this video, they can check out your channel names. So yeah, anyone who rewatches this video, if there's a channel name that comes up you're not familiar with, or if you haven't checked out, please check out these channels, especially since they're coming here and supporting my live streams, which is super cool. Got my chimes going. Oh, I forgot to turn on my disco ball. Let me turn on my disco ball. There we go. Get the disco ball going. I like what it does to my background. It makes my background look really cool. Or it changes the different colors in my background. So that's cool. Yeah, I like what it does to my background. Yay, disco ball, yeah. I need to get one of those silver ones. Yeah, I'm going to put on my G-Shock watch. This is the only white watch I got. This is the first time I've ever bought a white watch. Raquel's laughing. Hey, what's up, Brett? This is Lone Wolf McQuaid. I love saying that since Brett likes to, Brett's the one that named me Lone Wolf McQuaid. All right, Team Maria Hunter USA, thumbs up, good evening. I was just showing off my G-Shock white watch here, so I can keep track of the time, because I do have work in the morning. But I did want to come on here live and holler at you guys and gals. Thumbs up, I appreciate that. I got my wind chimes going. I got my disco ball going. People are saying hi to each other in the chat. I got my sparkling puree lime flavored carbonated mineral water. So I got that to drink tonight. Of course, I got the bad stuff, which Jack doesn't want me to drink. It's the Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Oh yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. It's my first. This is the first white watch I've. It's cool. My workplace. I got this for being there for. Yeah, I got this for being at my work for 10 years. You could pick out whatever item you want, and I picked out two different watches. I picked this one out, and then I picked out a silver one that had a blue face to it. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Filipino Raquel. Sana all G-Shock. Well, guys, and the person that pointed this out, he's a big channel. His name's Nut and Fancy. He's a retired Air Force colonel. He's the one that pointed out guys don't wear a lot of fashion. And one of the things you can wear as fashion is a watch. And when you think about it, especially if you're a guy, you look at your watch quite a lot throughout the day. So yeah, I'm slowly but surely starting to collect different kinds of watches. Ooh, that must be Tagalog. Look out. So yeah, I'm showing off the comments here to show off the channels that are visiting my live stream here. I want to add a little light to the backdrop here. Ooh, I don't know if I like that light there. Whoops. Oh no, phone down. That's what I get for playing with the whoops. What am I doing? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I was playing around with the lighting. Whoops. Sorry about that. I literally knocked it off the stand while I was playing around with the lighting. So, how do I want to do that lighting? I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I thought I needed to add extra lighting. I don't. This is just the lighting I was playing with. Here, I'll show you guys. I was playing with this lighting here. Yeah. Just another way to play with lighting, but I'm leaving it alone, especially since I knocked my camera off. That's one of the beauties about going live. You can literally, hey, what's up, Lady Coach? Hey, I'm Daddy Lone Wolf's doing good. Thanks, Lady Coach. Thanks for asking. Lady Coach is really cool. She's one of the Grow Stream channels. She's really, really cool. Yeah, I should have set up the. I did set up some of the stuff earlier, but it was funny. I was trying to do this as a last minute thing. I'm silly. Now this is nice. I do take this lamp with me camping, and it's made by. There's the people that it's made by. It's a pretty cool little lamp. Gives off quite a lot of light. So yeah, I'm showing off your guys' comments so that when someone comes and replays this, they can check out your guys' channels as well. And I got my chimes going. My disco ball there. Why? I ain't gonna say disco ball, it's a disco light. And then I lit my candles earlier when I started my live stream. Got the woodwick candle going on there, and then I got my tea light candles going. Yeah, there's a few books I wanted to show off tonight. This one is from the Yale University Press. And the title of it's called All These Worlds Are Yours, The Scientific Search for Alien Life. And what's cool is the guy does some mathematical equations. And since I'm a bushcrafter and I'm out outside a lot, or I go camping and I look up at the stars, what's neat about the math that this guy's done, they pretty much have figured that there's probably quite a lot of Earth. Like, I can't remember what the number was offhand, but there probably is quite a lot of Earth-like planets out there simply by the math that they've done. And yeah, I like the cover they put with this book. So I haven't read this whole book, but I just find it amazing that there's probably other Earth-like planets. The only sad thing is they're probably too far away for us to get to. And I can't help but wonder what types of lives are possibly on these different planets. So the other book, now I love bringing up books and topics that a lot of the live streams don't talk about. This one's by Daniel Dennett. I haven't read it all, but this one's called Breaking the Spell: Religion as a Natural Phenomenon. So this is a really interesting book. I probably wouldn't give this book to a baby Christian. But anyways, Daniel Dennett kind of takes it as now sometimes I read books that are not necessarily my worldview. So this is the one of the guys I would read, but it's not necessarily my worldview. But I am interested at looking at it from his perspective, and I think his take on it is really looking at religion as a natural phenomenon, from what I understand so far of Daniel Dennett. And then the other book I'm kind of looking at as well, which I have not read all yet, it's called Guns, Germs, and Steel: The Fates of Human Societies by Jared Diamond, with a new chapter on Japan. Cool. So yeah, Guns, Germs, and Steel. So, and since we've been kind of going through the pandemic, that part where it says germs, I'm thinking of the pandemic. When I saw the title of this book, Guns, Germs, and Steel, and different things humanity has gone through, that's been really crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys and gals are all doing well. And I'm a spiritual cat, so I definitely have a spirituality, but then I also got a science part to me as well. I'm just making a copy of my thing, so in case anyone wants to come up, they can. So let me put it in the chat here. All right. I put that in chat in case anybody wants to come up. So yeah, it's really neat, especially since I'm a science guy. It's really neat running into this book and the fact that this guy's ran numbers. And once again, this is from the Yale. Came off the Yale press, and it's kind of neat that this guy has run numbers, did the mathematical equations showing that there are other possible Earths out there, which I find fascinating. The other thing that's fascinating, I don't know if any of you've read this, but my kid's like 20 something. She's an adult, and I don't know if her kids. She doesn't have any kids, but I don't know if she does have kids. I don't know if her. I don't think her kids will see it, and I don't think their kids could. One of these decades way down the road. Um, just to kind of show you how long human history is. If you let's say the Big Bang started at my shoulder, the Big Bang did, and where we are on that, where all of human history would be under my fingernails. So that's how long a lot of time has passed. And one of these decades, like several decades down the road, anyways, once the Big Bang happened, science has noticed that everything's been expanding out, you know. So one of these decades, really far down the way, I can't remember how long it's going to be, but one of these days, people are going to look up in the sky and they things will have expanded so far out that you won't be able to see stars in the sky anymore. And that kind of blew my mind. Of course, some of the stars we do see in the sky now, some of them may not even be there. We're seeing the light. Uh, some of them may have even died out a long time ago, but the light is still showing from that star. And that kind of blows my mind when I read stuff like that. But but yeah, I'm excited that this guy has ran the math and that there's possible Earth-like planets, quite a lot of them. Can't remember the number offhand. But what's so sad is we're too far away to go check those planets out. But that blows me away that there could be other life forms, different types of life forms, could be different types of atmosphere. That just kind of blows my mind. And then the second book I was showing is Breaking the Spell, Religion as a Natural Phenomenon. Daniel Dennett's a real interesting philosopher kind of guy. And then the Guns, Germs, and Steel is interesting. So, yeah, and I seem to love to talk about politics and religion. And my own religious background is Roman Catholic, but then eventually I became a member of the Baha'i faith. And what's so funny is I only had to worry about one set of apologetics when I was Catholic. And now, being a Baha'i, the Baha'i faith is the only monotheistic religion I'm aware of that accepts Buddhism and the Native American as legitimate paths, religious paths. So that kind of makes the Baha'i faith a little more distinct from, say, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So, but for Baha'is believe all the different faiths pray to the same God. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I guess the reason I'm so interested in religion is because some people look through the world through their religious prism. And then I guess the reason I'm interested in science, because people also look through scientific eyes. So I do a little mixture. I have three different things that I look through the world through. One's a religious, spiritual, and the other one is through science. And then, yeah, I'm just really fascinated with science and the dance that science and religion do around each other. So I'm fascinated with those two areas. I am also fascinated with politics, even though politics can be crazy. What's up? What's happening? Thanks. How are you doing? Yeah. The Baha'i faith's really interesting on what it tells its adherents on how to deal with the politics thing, no matter what country you're in. It's basically of course, as a Baha'i, you're to follow all the laws of whatever land that you're residing in. And but as far as politics, it tries to it urges its adherents to be active in their communities, but it also urges them to not get too marred into politics. I think what Baha'is are hoping for is that humanity will recognize its oneness. There's a quote in the Baha'i faith that kind of mirrors that. And the quote goes like this: "The earth is one country and mankind its citizens." All right. It's my boy, the one and only Adrian in the house.
Peace, guys. What's happening,
What's
guys?
happening? Let me mess with the layout here, Adrian, because there's certain layout I like here. Well, let me go
I'm just stopping by very quickly while I'm at work. I'm just coming up for about 5 minutes just to say hello and.
Oh, that's cool, bro. Yeah,
Mm.
you can chill anytime you want. That's cool. Or you can stay as long or as short.
As long as I want, that would be better.
Mm-hmm. Well, you on your lunch break, big guy?
Just a quick tea break. Yeah, morning tea cool. Here at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I did with my. I did me a break on my daily live stream. Yeah. I call it the Lone Wolf Bushcraft Daily Live Show. And nice. Sometimes it can go either 30 minutes or sometimes it can go 45 minutes. So
that's cool. Yeah, that's good. Well, yeah, it's good to do them short.
Yeah, and they're really cool to do because I feel like I'm on the clock. I know I'm either going to do 30 or 45 minutes.
I don't like doing long streams all the time anymore. I did one on Monday night. I did one for about nearly up 3.5, 4 hours, but then I had all my Aussie mates come up, like Chris and Jack and Charlie and Ellie and Osho. So that's why I went for a while, because they all came up. All my Aussie mates came up.
Right. Oh man, I love the way Jack plays his guitar. He
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And he's so humble because he doesn't always play it. But who knows? Maybe he does. Maybe it's because he does it a lot on his channel. But yeah,
he's played on different channels. Yeah, I know that in the past he has. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, three of the books I was showing off. One's a science book where the guy crunched the numbers, showing that there's definitely other Earth-like planets out there. And that blows my mind. The only sad thing is they're too far for us to get to. And that blows my mind that other creatures could be, living on another planet, or it could be a totally different atmosphere. So,
who knows? And then the other, we know.
Yeah, the other one is "Breaking the Spell" by Daniel Dennett, and religion is a natural phenomenon. I haven't read all this, by the way. And he's one of the cats. I don't hold his worldview, but I like reading people's books who I may not hold their worldview, just because I like being challenged. I don't like reading things.
Challenge,
yeah, I don't like reading things that I agree with all the time. And then the other book I haven't read all either is "Guns, Germs, and Steel" by Jared Diamond. So that's a cool book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's called "Guns, Germs, and Steel: The Fates of Human Societies." Basically, it talks about how guns, germs, and steel had changed different societies. And of course, the germs one is interesting to me since we've gone through the pandemic. That's the part of this book.
I was about to say something like that about the germs and the pandemic.
Yeah. The numbers have gotten better in Indiana. There were like 50,000 cases a day, and now it's not even close to that now. So hopefully that's happening all around the world. Hopefully all the numbers are going down. It sounds like the more and more people get vaccinated, the more and more the numbers could start going down. And, things getting back to normal.
That's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping for. That's what they're saying. But
yeah. And then in a couple weeks, I'm going to go to Mexico. And I'm not looking forward to that thing they're going to put in my nose.
So what are they doing, sorry?
I think I'll be tested they'll put that swab thing in my nose, where they try to reach the back of your throat. And
G'day, Deborah, Brett, Lady Coach is here,
Yeah.
Judy. Who else is here?
Now, according to my wife, it sounds like we would get that test when we come back. But I told her I think they'll probably test us when we get there. And also but we'll see. She's thinking they'll test us before we come back in the States. So, but either way, what's so funny? They've already told me not to record the whole time because they want to see me on the vacation.
That's
so
funny.
I started laughing. So, well, they know me. I'll go wander off by myself to try and catch some really cool footage. So, but I'm excited because it'll be my first 2021 travel vlog. So.
Oh wow, that'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be good.
So I'm excited, and I'll get to tell people whether. Now my wife did that swamp thing, and she must have had someone do it right because the guy told her to take a deep breath while he went in there, and she said it was just fine. So hopefully, I'm hoping it'll go that way. I just don't like people sticking stuff in my nose. You think they would have came? You think they would?
Horrible. The first time I saw, the Hapsters video doing that, it was like, it makes you teary just watching it.
Well, I saw some.
That was probably the first sort of video I saw of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen other, but yeah.
I saw some young Asian Hawaiian girl, and she looked like she was 20 something, and she seemed like it didn't bother her. She just kind of tilted her head. I think I just don't want
someone to put something up your nose. Yeah. That's just the problem. Yeah.
Well, my eyes water real easily, so I won't be surprised if my eyes water after they do it. It just doesn't.
I personally wouldn't video. I wouldn't video it. Not me personally.
I'm not videoing. But this this Hawaiian girl did, and it looked fine. It didn't seem to bother her one bit. So I'm hoping that's how it goes down.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? I think I'll do anything just to go travel. So if that's what it takes to go in a country and be able to walk around, I'll do it.
Yeah. Like if I want to go around the world, you're going to have to get vaccinated. As simple as
Oh, I took a picture of my vaccination card, and I took a picture of the website. They recorded my vaccination. So that way, in case I were to lose the card, I wouldn't sweat it. I got a photo. I got a permanent photo to show off. So that isn't required of me to do. It's just something I wanted to do just in case they would ask for it.
Oh, of course. That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking ahead, so...
you have to be organised when you go on these trips, don't you, these days now?
Yeah. But, maybe one of these days, when things really get better, then they won't think they'll have a need to test anymore, so that would be cool.
Yeah. Although I better go now. I've got to go back to work shortly, so...
Okay, man.
Good hanging out for about...
Thanks for stopping by, Adrian.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, chat. We'll see you around, guys.
Good day, mate. Take care. Peace.
G'day, everyone. Bye. Peace out, guys. See ya.
Later, Gator. Take care, man. Thanks, Adrian. Well, that was cool. Brother Adrian stopping by the house. That's cool. That was pretty cool. Brother Adrian stopping by. That was cool. So folks are hollering at each other in the chat. That's cool. Yeah. That's going to happen in a couple weeks. I get to go to Mexico. Yay. I'm excited. And I'm also excited because it'll be my first time doing a travel vlog video from anywhere. So that'll be nice. It'll be my first 2021 travel vlog. So I'm excited. And it'll be from Mexico. And the plan is for that is the first week, I think we're going to be in an all-inclusive hotel. And then the second week, we're going to rent an Airbnb, which is pretty exciting. That's pretty awesome. Adrian had to go back to work. but he stopped in and say hey, which was really cool. So yeah, um, and what's funny is I'm familiar with all-inclusive hotels. What are some of the places I did an all-inclusive hotel? I did one when I went to Dominican Republic. I did an all-inclusive hotel at Dominican Republic. I've done all-inclusive hotels in Cancun, Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I did all-inclusive hotels there. And as far as Airbnb place, I did rent an Airbnb place when I stayed in Cape Town, South Africa. So that was nice. I didn't do an all-inclusive hotel, but I did get to rent an Airbnb when I was in Cape Town, South Africa. So if you guys click on my playlist, you'll see travel vlogs from Cape Town, South Africa, and they're pretty cool. Um, yeah, I think one of the playlists in Cape Town has me visiting the penguin colony where there's tons of penguins walking around. The other Cape Town video has me visiting a lighthouse, and you can see baboons freely walking around, which is kind of wild. And yeah, and then my Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I think I'm biking around Playa del Carmen, Mexico. That's in that travel vlog. Uh, but this travel vlog will have me showing off my all-inclusive hotel, which I'm going to stay at in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And then, of course, I'll try to show off the Airbnb that I stay at while I'm in Mexico. So yeah, I'm excited. And like I said, that trip's going to happen in a couple weeks. So super excited. So yeah, I get to create a lot of videos when I'm on my Mexico adventure. So that'll be exciting. I'll be excited to make you guys new content from Mexico. That'll be nice. That means I'll have plenty of stuff to edit when I get back from my Mexico trip, which will be cool. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard, after a couple weeks or when a couple weeks come up, if you guys haven't seen anything from me, it could be I'm having a really good time in Mexico. So, but I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm super stoked. So yeah, let me put it also. I'm gonna put it in there. Doo-doo-doo. Yep, it's still there. Cool. Make sure I put that in the chat there. There we go. So yeah, that's the most newest up to date news. Is me in a few weeks going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I'm excited. I've been there before. Um, I'm not sure if I'm staying at the same all-inclusive hotel. But even if we are, it was a pretty nice all-inclusive hotel. My wife's making all the arrangements. That's why I don't know which all-inclusive hotel I'm going to when I go to Mexico. Either way, I'm going to show it off, which will be fun. So, yeah, I'm chomping at the bit. And it's so funny. I'm not a tanning person. Last time, or one of the times I was in Mexico, I was in Cancun, Mexico. Me and my wife went with this other couple, and they're all swimming in the ocean. And then all of a sudden they go, "Oh, wait, where's JR?" And my wife knows how to find me, really. All she has to do is start looking to where the shade is. I'm still swimming in the ocean, but I'm under this huge rock that's giving me shade. And because I'm trying not to turn lobster red while I'm swimming in the ocean. I swear, man, I could put on the most thickest, most high rated sunscreen, and I still turn out lobster red. So I don't know what the deal with that is. I guess I end up. I have a mixture of Irish. I have Irish, Scots, and English, and none of those are tanning bloodlines. And supposedly we may have a little bit of Osage Indian, but I'm not sure if we do have that. But my dad and brother, they burn a little bit, but then they tan, right? And I just doesn't matter how much I burn, it doesn't turn into a tan. So I really, and what's funny is I don't like to put on sunscreen because it makes my skin feel oily. And but late, I want to say there have they have been making some other sunscreens that have been less oily. So, but yeah, some of those typical super the sunscreens like super white looking. I can't stand, and I know I need to put that on. I'm gonna force myself to put that stuff on anyways because I don't want to need to protect my skin. But like I said, like today when I mowed the grass, I didn't put on any sunscreen at all. One because I just didn't feel like, and but the cool thing is I cut the grass late this evening, so I didn't get a lot of sun in the evening time. So that's the cool thing because I cut the grass real late. So there was plenty of shade to be under when I was cutting the grass today. So that was cool. My lawn really needed mowing really bad. The only reason I'm mentioning that is because I was talking about sunscreen and how I just absolutely do not tan. Yeah, Daddy Lone Wolf just does not tan. I ended up with the Scots Irish fair skin. So yeah, I ended up with that Irish fair skin. So yeah, and everyone else. My daughter can tan. My wife can tan. Everyone can tan except me. And yeah, I'm the fair skinned white boy. And what's funny is I'm the one that don't like to wear sunscreen, and I'm the one that needs it the most because I'll get sunburned. So that's wild. Oh, and then I'm shocked that my wife liked this. A long time ago, she used to not like this. Now she likes me with a little buzz on my face, so that's kind of funny. I don't know why I mentioned that. I'm so silly. But yeah, I'm just super stoked about Mexico, and I've been there before. So now this trip's going to be really interesting because I've never gone to another country where there's something big happening around the world, which is, of course, the pandemic. So that's going to be really interesting. So, yeah. Uh, but I'm excited because I haven't gone anywhere in a year. So, last time I went somewhere before the pandemic hit was Cape Town, South Africa. And I can't believe I'm going to be in Ports of Arts in Mexico in a couple weeks. That kind of blows me away. And I put in for this trip, as far as my work's concerned, I put in for the leave in March. I believe I put my leave request in March. And I'm so, like I said, I'm literally really stoked about going to Mexico. I'm just really, I can't believe I'm going to be in Mexico in a couple weeks. Ports of Arts in Mexico. And I'm glad that the first week we're going to do an all-inclusive hotel, which is really cool. That's it's an all-inclusive resort in Ports of Arts, Mexico, and those are really nice because you pay just this one-time thing for your whole trip, and you can eat as much and drink as much, and it's really cool. What's funny is, hey, what's happening? And what's funny is I'm not a big drinker, but I still like doing the all-inclusive hotels. I was just telling my daughter, um, like I said, when you stay at an all-inclusive resort, everything's you paid for everything, and so you can go up to the bar the bartenders are all around the pools, and you can go and get whatever drink you want as much as you want. But what's funny is my first couple drinks, I'll order mixed alcoholic drinks. And then after I finish my 2 alcohol drinks, the rest of the time I'll order virgin drinks. And I get some weird looks because a lot of the Americans don't seem to order virgin drinks. But like I said, I'm not a big alcohol consumer. So like I said, I'll just order 2 alcohol drinks and I'm usually good the rest of the day. I'll usually just order virgin drinks or sodas or I think there was this one thing called the Ugly Monkey. It almost tastes like a mixture of vanilla drink mixed with almost almost had like an ice cream texture to it, but then chocolate syrup. It was really good. It had banana flavor. It was really good. I think it was called the Ugly Monkey, but it was really good. But occasionally they did put alcohol in that drink, and then occasionally, um, after I finished my 2. But yeah, and what's funny, when I do the all inclusive, I probably drink more at an all inclusive than I drink throughout the whole year. So yeah, that's the other trip about doing an all inclusive. But anyways, I'm excited. But and like I said, I haven't been on a travel trip for about a year. And Cape Town, South Africa was nice. That was the last place I got to travel to before the pandemic hit. Cape Town, South Africa was really, really nice. And but yeah, I'm super stoked for Mexico. So, and I can't believe it's going to be here in a couple weeks. So, but then of course I'll have to get tested before I come back into the United States, especially since I'm coming from Mexico. So, but that's cool. I don't mind doing that because getting tested so I can go on vacation is cool. But hopefully one of these days when things get better, they won't have to test people no more. So, but it looks like that's what people have to do if they do want to travel to another country. They have to do the test thing. No, of course, when they come back into the States, they have to do another test thing. So, which is cool. They're trying to be careful, which is super cool. All right, I'm just checking my time. And then earlier today, I lit my candles there. Got my disco ball going there. And it's been a while since I've done a evening stream. I got my wind chimes going there. So yeah, it's been a little while since I've done an evening stream. And then sometimes you guys will see on the evening stream, sometimes I'll be messing around the campfire. But since I did yard work today, I was super tired after that. Uh, After my shower, I almost went to my fire pit and started a campfire for the live stream. But at the last minute, I decided, like, oh man, I think I'll just do a talking live stream instead of mucking around the campfire. So, plus I got work in the morning, so that's kind of. And the reason I do the candle and wind chimes is because I like relaxing for my evening. I like doing a chillax and relax. I don't do this every evening when I'm unwinding, but Mama H, she says when she, uh, I think one time I joined one of Mama H's live streams. In case you guys don't know, Mama H is a channel called The Hapsters. Hopefully I pronounced that right. The Hapsters. I think I was pronouncing it wrong. I said the hamsters. It's called the Hapsters. Anyway, she goes, "What's that in the background?" And I had to point her out. That's my wind chimes. My ceiling fans running my wind chimes there. So, anyways, I guess some people don't find wind chimes relaxing, but I do. So, and then the other thing I find relaxing is lighting candles. I find that relaxing. So, and then of course, like anyone else, I play music and stuff. One of the music that I need to check out is there's a channel. I think it's the Alpha Channel. I think it's ran by Harris Keller, I believe is his name, and I think he's got a whole series of music called Stream Beats, and I need to find out, especially since I'm doing the stream thing, I need to find out how I add stream beats to my live streams, because I think that'll be really cool. Because that way people aren't always listening to my wind chimes on my live streams. It'd be nice for them to listen to some music on my live stream. So anyways, he offers that free for streamers, right? And some streams can go for hours and hours. Some people do. Oh my God! I don't do what Ellie and Brett does. Brett Glasgow and Ellie Adventure Vlogs. They did a 17-hour live stream. You will never. I ain't gonna say never. You shouldn't say never, but I'm pretty sure I can say never to this. You'll never probably see Daddy Lone Wolf do a 17-hour live stream for sure. But God bless Ellie's Adventure Vlogs and Brett Glazo. They hung in there and they did a 17-hour live stream. So cheers to those guys. Yeah, that's oh my God, that just blows me away. Um, but it was cool. I think they did some singing. I think they had some guests when they did do their 17-hour live stream. They had some singing going on in the live stream, and they had, I think they had some guests come up too, is what they had going on. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's, and then I asked both of them if they both had the day off when they did that 17-hour live stream. So they both had that day, those 2 days off. I think the longest stream I've ever done was like a 3-hour live stream. And yeah, I think in that 3-hour live stream, I was doing stuff like this, just talking to my audience. And most of my 2-hour live streams, I was working around the campfire. So that was kind of cool. I do think it's funny, my little family's already telling me how they want me to cover the, because they know I want to video cover my trip to Mexico. So I think my little family does know I want to do some travel vlogs from Mexico. But I got to be really sneaky on how I do my travel vlogs so as not to infringe on their family vacation trip here. So Daddy Lone Wolf's going to try. I'm going to try and strike a cool balance. So, but I also want to bring some really cool content. So now some of the videos I do make will never see the public because they're more like home family movies. So yeah, so those are cool. But yeah, my wife and daughter they have no desire to become YouTube famous. But I do really have a wife and daughter. I really do have a little family. yeah, because occasionally I talk about them in some of my live streams, and yeah, they're a large part of my world. But it's kind of weird not showing them. But I'm doing that out of respect for them because they really don't want to be on the YouTube channel. So uh, the little bit that I have shown them, they've given me permission to do so. So that's cool. But but yeah, with this, uh, if they are in any footage for the Mexico trip, it'll be probably go. I call it putting it only in the family archives is what I call it. And then the travel vlogs where you see only me in it, you'll know I'm respecting their wishes for them not to be in the travel vlog, which is cool. So it's kind of weird not wanting to show them off because my wife's been in my life. We celebrate our 29th wedding anniversary, so it's kind of weird being with someone for 29 years and they don't want to really be in your YouTube vlogging, which is cool. That's I just find it funny, but I've seen how some of the other YouTubers do it. Some of the big channels. Um, yeah, I guess when family members are good and ready to be in any of the videos, they'll tell me. So, but I've been doing this since 2017. So I think if that was going to happen, they would have already told me, yeah, they want to be in it. So, um, yeah. Well, and I think that's why some people don't know my status because I'm always not showing them up in my video, which is funny. What's up, Jerry Boy TV in the house? How you doing, Jerry Boy? Hope you're doing well, my man. I believe Jerry Boy TV, I believe he's from Scotland. He's a really cool dude, just a really cool cat. He kept me company during one of my live streams when I was messing around the campfire. And then another time he kept me company is when I was doing one of these talking streams. So Jerry Boy TV is really cool. And Jerry Boy TV also helps some of the smaller channels grow, which is cool. And so does Lady Coach. She helps a lot of smaller channels. All right, I'm glad you're doing good, Jerry. That's cool, man. I think I left the link there in case you want to come up, big guy. But I can drop the link again. Let me drop the link again. Adrian came up. Adrian took a break and came up here earlier. He was here earlier in the live stream. Yep, I'm sharing with my live stream audience about my how I'll be hitting Mexico in a couple weeks. I'm pretty excited because the first week I'm going to do an all-inclusive resort. Yeah, the first week I'm in Ports of Arte, Mexico. We'll be staying at an all-inclusive resort in Ports of Arte, Mexico. And then the second week we're going to rent an Airbnb place. So, and since my daughter's an avid surfer, I'm assuming the Airbnb place will probably be close to some surfing spots because she likes to go surfing. I'm sure she's going to try and talk me into going surfing as well. I think my daughter said starting out on a longboard is how you want to go, especially if you're just starting surfing. So that sounds cool. I do love swimming in the ocean, but I do have a profound respect for swimming in the ocean. And let me tell you why. My wife's from Lima, Peru, South America. And the first time I went to Peru, which was almost about 29 years ago, um, uh, anyways, I believe I was with my brother-in-law Pedro, which is her brother, and we were driving around. We stopped by a restaurant. Uh, we had a really nice lunch, and all of a sudden, I told my brother-in-law to stop the car, and they said, "What is it?" And I said, and I was wearing jean shorts and a t-shirt at the time, and I told them, and it was my first time being in Peru. And I asked my brother-in-law to stop the car. I told him, "Hey, do you guys care if I go run and jump in the ocean?" My wife says, "Well, you just got your jean shorts on," and my wife said she didn't care, and my brother-in-law didn't care. So I literally ran to the ocean. I literally ran. Yeah, I'm bringing up Jerry. What's happening, Jerry?
Hey, what up?
So, anyways, I run to the ocean. I jump in the ocean. I take all the stuff out of my jean shorts, run and jump in the ocean. And when I come out of the water, my wife and brother-in-law, I'm telling them a story that happened 29 years ago. I I jump out of the water and I tell them I can taste the salt on my lips, and I thought that was so cool. And it was my first time swimming in the ocean. The very first time I swam in the ocean, I was too young to remember. I was in kindergarten. My dad was in the Air Force. But oh my God, I was so. And then I fell in love with the ocean that day, and that was like 29 years ago. I love the ocean.
29 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, now am I right? Do you live in Scotland?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Glasgow.
Glasgow. Okay, cool. That's cool. Now, at the beach now I know the waters are cold in Peru when I go swim in the ocean in Peru. How are the waters in Scotland? If you go, I'm assuming you have a beach, right, in Scotland?
Yeah, we have Blackpool Beach. We have other beaches, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
it's very cold right now,
Right.
even
What?
though it's summer.
Oh,
Ish.
even though it's summer-ish, the water is really cold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the water's super. Yeah, even in the summertime in Peru, the water's. I noticed the water was warmer in Mexico, which I'm excited to go swimming. I love swimming in the ocean. What's up, Mir HK Vlog? Hi, Mega Love, shout out, host and co-host. Good
Right.
morning. So, is it evening time in Scotland, or like here? It is. It's 11. It's 11:11 p.m. here. What time is
It's
it where you're at?
4:10 in the morning.
Wow, it's morning time, and it's
But,
more.
but, but I clicked in your channel when I seen you were live, and then you were saying if you want to come up, you can come up. So I had to change my headphones. I
Oh,
was saying,
cool.
yeah, I'll come up.
That's cool.
Because the last headphones I was using the last time were Bluetooth. New one. They were new ones that I bought, but they kept cutting out every so often.
Oh,
Well,
right on.
I think they cut out twice the last time I was
Oh,
on your stream. So I
cool.
said, I better just use the wired connections.
There you go. Oh, was it like a wireless kind of headphones?
Aye. I don't know why they kept
Oh,
cutting out because
right,
you use them normally, they're fine. Like me, like if I'm
right.
watching stuff on my computer, they never cut out. It might just be a live thing or something.
Or could be, or maybe it's not, because I'm using StreamYard, so maybe it's not. Maybe something's fishy. Hey, I'm doing good. Mara HK Vlog. How are you doing?
Hello, Mara HK, is it vlog? Why
Yep,
is it
yeah.
first time of the
I
morning?
wonder. I'm guessing HK stands for maybe Hong Kong Vlog. I bet.
Yeah, it probably is. You
Yeah.
probably got that right. So, how's your
I'm.
campfires and stuff going on?
They're doing pretty good. I got 2 stacks of wood, and 2 stacks of tinderwood as well. So I'm all ready to go if I ever do another big campfire. And during the day today, I did me a short, it was just under 30-minute live stream, but it was my daily one, which was cool.
Hi, Brett.
Hey,
How you
brother
doing,
Brett.
bud?
Feel free to come up if you want, Brett, my
Yeah,
brother.
Brett, come up, join the party.
Feel free to come up, big Brettster. So, which teams do you follow in Scotland, or what kind of sports do you follow in Scotland?
Well, I used to follow Glasgow Celtic, but football's to me now football's kind of boring.
Oh, gotcha.
It's you're playing for the same cups every year. It's I
Gotcha.
used to like football, but I don't really like it now. It's like just the same repetitive kind of stuff,
Right. Do you know that's talked about in other sports, especially if you have the same teams winning all the time? But you know what?
Exactly.
But you know
It was
what?
either Glasgow Celtic or Glasgow Rangers
Right.
winning.
And I think the formula the NFL is using it's really cool because I think the way they do the draft and way they spread out the talent, it makes for a lot closer football games. And anyways, I love how the NFL does it because that way it almost gives teams. Anyways, it gives more teams a chance to not always be a solid dynasty to be winning all the time. It gives. It's hard to describe, but they really seem to spread out the wealth in the NFL so that no team could just stack a bunch of, But I mean, they still can, but the way they got it set up, man, you'd have to shell out a lot of money if you did start stacking players. But it makes for more closer games. It's really cool. Eating my brunch here, Daddy Low Wolf. Cool. Filipina Raquel. What are we having for lunch?
Raquel.
What are we having for lunch? But anyways, what I like about the NFL is the fact that they really spread out the talent. It's really cool.
The chimes are very soothing.
But I want to say the 2 sports I follow college football and I do follow college pro football. I follow pro football and college football. And then basketball, I used to follow IU basketball, but then when it stopped having coaches I really liked, then I stopped really following IU basketball. But there was a time where, there was even a time I followed the Pacers a lot. But now I don't follow the Pacers a lot. So, but it ain't from lack of them marketing themselves. I always hear spots on the Pacers. But I am a Colts fan and I am a Broncos fan. And only a few years ago I became a Raiders fan, which Brett's got to dig that because he's a big Raiders Nation fan. But I pretty much was raised a Denver Bronco fan growing up because my mom's family, they're all from Denver. But so was that rugby football you were talking about in Scotland?
No, not normal football. Just the round ball. You kick it about, pass it, kick it, score a goal. That football.
Oh, the okay.
Soccer.
Which makes sense to call it football because people are kicking it with their feet. Filipinos having scrambled eggs, sardines, and rice. What's up, Judy?
Hi,
Thailand.
Hi, Jude, Thailand.
How's it going, baby sister? She says, hi, Daddy. Yep, Daddy Lone Wolf is doing his live stream. I'm doing well, Judy. How are you? But um, oh, and then what's funny, of course, when they are doing some of these sports, especially the basketball people, they're only allowed to have so many people in the arena.
Yeah.
So.
They were doing that with soccer over here. There was nobody could get in the stadium, obviously for the obvious reasons.
Right.
The thing I don't want to mention because it'll not
Right.
help your channel, and you'll end up getting something put up.
Oh, gotcha.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
When that was going on, there was nobody getting into the stadium. They were just playing in an empty stadium.
Well, they did that a little bit in the NFL too, a little bit, and then they started adding people. And now we got a big 500 race coming up. It's the Indianapolis 500. They always have it in May, and it's one of the biggest races for IndyCar racing. And I think they're going to have maybe 200,000 fans, but they're going to be really spread out. It's a huge place. Normally, they could have way more than 200,000. I could have swore 200,000 was the name or the number I heard. But they're going to take all the precautions and really spread out the fans. But it's for the Indianapolis 500. It's IndyCar racing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully everything will be getting back to sort of normal soon.
Well, supposedly that's what the getting a bunch of people vaccinated was supposed to help with too. The cool thing about it is the numbers in Indiana have really been going down drastically. It used to be 50,000 cases a day, and now it's not even close to that now. Numbers have really dropped off. And but I don't know what the numbers are around the world. So, but they must not be bad because the fact that I'm going to go to Mexico in a couple weeks, so the numbers must be decent in Mexico. The fact that they're allowing people to make trips to Mexico, that's cool.
Oh, I've been watching other streamers in Tijuana in Mexico.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, they don't really seem to be like bothered too much. Well, they've been walking about. They've still been wearing masks. Most people I've seen.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to be too bad.
Well, on the south side here in Indy, the only way you would know there's a pandemic is occasionally you see people wear their masks before they go inside a restaurant. But then as soon as they sit down with some tables, they sit every other, they have one table totally empty in between all the other tables. But what I do is I still do the outdoor eating. I still eat outdoor. Like if I go to a restaurant, I ask if I can sit outdoors. So instead of sitting indoors.
Scrambled egg with sardines. Never tried that.
I imagine the sardines it's probably a nice combination. I mean, I've never had
On
sardines.
rice as well. Sorry, and rice as well.
I've had scrambled eggs and rice. Sardines, I bet, are a little salty, which is cool. What do I usually have for breakfast? Sometimes I'll make myself like some Mexican food for breakfast. And then sometimes I will eat breakfast stuff like scrambled eggs and bacon. I don't eat bacon very often, but every once in a while I like a little piece of bacon. What else do I fix? I usually have had, toast and eggs. Or sometimes my daughter makes me egg avocado toast. She'll fry me up an egg, which is cool.
Yeah. Do you know what I've not had in a little while? French toast.
Ooh, French toast is good. Oh my God. I used to order that at restaurants sometimes, and I used to make it. I swear people dip it in some eggs and then, oh my God. And some cinnamon and sugar. Oh my goodness. And then waffles. When I was in France, I had some really good tasting waffles. And also my wife and daughter, they would order those special crepes. Crepes, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. French crepes. And that's when we got to chill out in the northern part of France. It's super yummy. My kids love it so much, Daddy Lone Wolf. Cool. Kids have enough with fatty meat with egg. Cool. And are the sardines salty? I don't know why I picture sardines being salty. But see, I like the taste of salt.
I think
So,
the last time I tried sardines, they were a bit salty, if I can recall.
yeah. But, oh man, my mom, every once in a while, she would, instead of fixing like something real dinnery, sometimes she would make breakfast for dinner. I have plenty of memories of that. That was kind of fun.
Oh, what I do like is red salmon.
Oh, cool.
Red
My
salmon. You
yeah,
used
my
to buy
wife.
it fresh off the. Used to be a van that came around and sold it. You used to buy a couple of bits of red salmon and put that in the frying pan. A clean frying pan, not a dirty frying pan, obviously.
Right, right.
Oh, it was lovely.
My wife, when we're at restaurants, she'll order salmon sometimes. She likes to eat salmon. And then occasionally I like ordering a nice, really good steak.
Oh, aye.
I don't eat it very often, steak, but every once in a while I like a really good steak.
I like
And
your background lights. It's very relaxing.
cool.
Your back. I've actually got one of them things. You can change it to different colours, and it circles around the room. It's quite good.
Cool. I remember I used to order my steaks medium rare, but I don't do that anymore. I do it medium well. But the nice thing about how I used to order, man, they make them so juicy. Uh, but I think now sometimes I'll still ask for steaks to be a little pink, not bloody, but at least to try to make the center pink, because that way I still wanted it to taste juicy. They're not like a really good juicy steak. And then also, I also like having garlic bread sometimes next to the
Oh,
steak.
garlic bread. Garlic
A
bread.
little bit of garlic bread, yeah. Sometimes I'll have that with my angel hair pasta, some garlic bread. That's really good. Yeah. As you can tell, I like food.
Yeah.
I
So do
love
I.
it.
I eat enough of food. The food. It's lovely. Pizza. I love pizza. Oven baked, not that greasy pizza.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't want to have real, greasy pizza. Oh, fish and vegetables. Cool, healthy. Raw fish like sushi.
Sushi. I've never
You know
tried
what's
sushi.
it's funny. Oh my God. Jerry, you're gonna crack this up. I one time bought some really authentic sushi, and because my wife's from, her background is Okinawan Japanese, right? I mean, her bloodlines are it's Japanese, Peruvian, Spanish, and Italian, right? So, anyways, I bought this from a place that makes sushi all the time, and I thought I was scoring points because I bought this really. Oh, she says or salad veggies, cool. And anyways, I bring this sushi right, and I think it was a mixture of salmon and tuna was the sushi that was mixed in, and she didn't want to eat not one bite of it. So I ended up eating the sushi, which is okay because I like sushi. But it's so funny. I'm like, well, you're Okinawan Japanese. You not. Anyway, she likes that imitation sushi, the one that everyone feels safe to eat, which is they call it the California roll. It's an imitation crab meat along with a piece of celery. And what else has it got? Yeah, I think it has celery, imitation crab meat, course, it's got that green seaweed that holds it all together, wrapped, and then it's got the rice around it. But it's so funny. She eats the safer one, which is the California roll, or sometimes the sour cream roll. Uh, and then, but like I said, I like the salmon. The salmon sushi's really good. And sometimes I'll eat they call it tempura shrimp sushi roll. That one's really good too. And I think my wife will eat that one because she knows at least that one's cooked. The tempura sushi roll. It's really good. But
Yeah.
oh man, I'm glad I ate already. Otherwise,
I've already ate
thank
ages
thank
ago.
thank God I've already eaten, or else I'd be making myself hungry right now. So, what's your favorite dish to eat or what's your okay, let's start with the breakfast. What's your favorite breakfast? What do you normally like to eat for breakfast?
Well, to be honest, I'm never usually up at breakfast time. It's usually afternoon. I sleep quite a little bit.
Aha.
um,
So, what do you like to fix for lunchtime then?
um, I, lunchtime I usually skip as well. By the time I get up, it's tea time.
Oh, cool.
um, yeah, see, the thing that makes me very tired is being in the wheelchair.
Oh, gotcha.
So like I'm up at like what nearly 4:30. I kind of up late at night watching stuff on YouTube, and yeah, it's just being in the wheelchair is not easy. It's not
Right.
easy at all. It's sore. My muscles get sore, and oh, the cramps I get are bad sometimes.
So, are there any exercise you can do to
Yeah, just
to help
keep
with the
moving my
cramping?
legs and stuff.
Yeah.
I try not to sit still for too long.
Right.
So even when I'm in my
Oh,
bed, I still move my legs a lot.
because I remember when you were on. I think it's when you had the camera on. You could see you were moving around a little bit. I mean, you weren't doing crazy movements, but you were occasionally adjusting, sitting up, and moving around.
Yeah,
And people that are older have to do that too. My mother-in-law, she can't stay seated for too long. Filipina Raquel says
yeah.
she loves all Japanese food. Daddy Lone Wolf Bushcraft, cool. It's really good. But yeah, my poor mother-in-law, she cannot stay seated. I forgot about this. She cannot stay in a seated position for too long because, like I said, one time I forgot about that, and all of a sudden she just immediately just stood up all of a sudden while we were talking at the table, and we're like, oh, that's right, she can't be sitting for long periods of time. So, and
Yeah,
since we're no spring chickens, Jerry, that
yeah.
you'll probably run into that more, especially
Well,
when you get older.
I just turned 52, 25th of April there.
Yeah.
I'm 52 now, so I ain't no spring chicken. I ain't over the hill, but I ain't no spring chicken.
I ain't know the hell either. I'm 50, so I like this one comedian. I can't remember what his name was. He was in black and white movies, and he always told everyone he's 29 years old. But I don't
If
think I
only.
could get. I don't think. Well, maybe. I want to say probably for the next 2 years I could get away with saying I'm 29.
I mean, if someone was to look at me, they'd probably say I'm about 40 something. If I've shaved and my hair's, they'd say, yeah, you're about 39, 40. But it's just, I don't know.
Hey, I agree with you, Filipino Raquel. If you say Japanese food, they have standard tastes around the world, and you know what to expect from this food. That's true, Filipino Raquel. You're right about that, Raquel. But yeah, since we're no spring chickens, But you know what's funny, Jerry?
Yeah.
Eat or did you try Thailand food, sis Raquel? I haven't tried. Have you ever tried any Thailand food, Jerry?
Um,
I haven't. I haven't tried any
I
food from
don't think
Thailand.
so.
Yeah, I've tried Japanese food, Mexican food, Italian. Oh man, German food. They love their meats. Lots of sausage and meat in Germany. I went to a wedding in Germany, and they served a lot of meat dishes. So, which is okay because I like to eat meat, so that's cool. But I've never had food from Thailand. I have had food from Vietnam, and that was uh, I had some meat dishes that were okay. But like I said, I think my favorite food is Peruvian food is my favorite, and then I do love Mexican food and Italian food and even some French food, and even of course Spanish food. So So Judy, what's your favorite Thailand food? What's the main dish that what's the main like what would be the main steak dish from Thailand? I'm just curious to see what Judy would say.
Yeah, I bet you a lot of people can't wait to get out and go to restaurants again.
I know who's eating Thailand food. He's his name is Andrew. I don't know if you're Judy. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's Andrew, and his channel's name's called Out Until Further Notice. Thailand food goes. Prepare yours. Make sure you are not allergic. Well, I'm not allergic to any kind of chili, so that's cool.
I don't think I am either.
But oh man, Andrew, he didn't delve into it. But if you ever talk to Andrew from Out Until Further Notice, Judy, he likes certain types of food from. He's actually visited Thailand, and according to him, he liked it. He liked some of the food there from Thailand. I think next time he goes, I think he's gonna go eat at some more traditional places in Thailand too. He talked about that on one of his live streams. But yeah, man, I'll tell you, Jerry, whenever I'm in Peru, I love going to the different restaurants in Peru because they make a lot of steak and chicken dishes with rice, and
Ooh, chicken.
they're really really good. They're I even had rabbit there, man, and I ended up liking it better than chicken because it didn't taste as fattening and it tasted really good. It was really good. And what's funny is my wife has talked about retiring in Peru, but I don't know if we will because I imagine my wife probably wants to retire maybe more closer to whatever place my daughter decides. And I could see my daughter picking Cape Town, South Africa as a place to work. That'd be
No,
funny if I ended up retiring in Cape Town, South Africa. That'd be wild.
and I don't know if I'd be comfortable staying in the one place. Like, I don't know. I'm not kind of comfortable when it's too hot.
Right. Now, Scotland, is there, is there a dish is it called haggis? Which,
Yes.
is that a Scottish dish?
Yes, it's sheep's stomach.
Oh, okay. What in the world does that taste like?
Tastes nice, actually. It's quite good.
Oh, does it taste? Wow. How would you describe the taste?
Um, it's a bit kind of tangy.
Okay.
Um, it's a bit hard to describe, but it's lovely. I love it.
But it's sheep's
Stomach. Stomach.
stomach. Sheep's stomach. Okay. Well, in Peru, they eat the cow's tongue, and they call it. It almost tastes like a very soft meat, and it's called. There's a name for it. They don't call it just cow's tongue. But anyways, it's delicious. It's really good. I would have never. Uh, Oh, they call it anticuchos. They don't call it cow's tongue, but it's called anticuchos. And I swear, it looks like nice diamond meat medallions, and they're really good. And it's, oh my god. But anyways, it's a delicacy. What's up, Hart Gasper? How you doing? Oh
Hello,
yeah. Oh
Casper.
yeah, babies. I'm saying that because she's saying, oh yeah. I was watching her live stream during the day today. Thanks for stopping by, Hart Casper. Yeah, whoever rewatches these live streams, I'm showing off the channel's comments. So anyone who rewatches this stream, if you guys see a channel you haven't seen before, please go check out their channel. And if you end up liking their content, please consider liking and subscribing to their channels. And it's one way you can help out these channels. And if you like my content, please consider, I hope you consider liking and subscribing to my channel as well. So, and that's for anyone who rewatches this live stream. And also who's currently watching this live stream. That's a shameless plug, isn't it, Jerry?
No, it's good.
That's cool.
I mean, I'm usually shouting at other people's channels a lot. I don't really bother to shout myself out.
Yeah. Well, I find it easier, but I like to explain to my audience why I'm showing off their comment. So that way, when the live stream does get reviewed or rewatched again, or why it's being watched now.
Yeah, because I mean, I think I done a video on my channel. Was it last week? I was talking about like people that come on live and all they're constantly doing is. And if you like this channel, please donate. This is like every Friday. Please donate. If you like the channel, please donate. It goes to help the channel and all that. Really?
Right.
Really? What?
Yeah, well, there's lots of small channels and lots of big channels have different ways of connecting with their audience. One way I've seen some channels do, they create and I thought this was a good idea. No matter what kind of channel you're running on YouTube, I have yet to do this, but I thought it was a good idea. Some YouTube channels create a merch store, and they have all kind of merch where you have T-shirts and sweatshirts. You can put your own original logo on there, and you can tell people. You can tell if they're like one guy. I think his merch was I think his channel's called Camping with Steve. If I remember right, I think it's called Camping with Steve. And I think his last name's Willis. I may have this wrong, but just for the sake of my argument, let's say it's called Camping with Steve Willis or something like that. Anyways, on his sweatshirts, first he camps in really strange places. He does his stealth camping, and whenever after he finishes, first he sets up his camp, and then the second thing he does, I think he says, "Oh man, I hope I'm getting this right." I don't know if he says now for. Anyways, he pops a beer open, but I can't remember what he calls it just before he pops the. I don't know if he says now for number 2. I might be getting that wrong. But anyways, he pops the beer open. But anyways, on one of his sweatshirts and T-shirts, and then another phrase he says a lot is hunker down, right? So he put that on some of his sweatshirts, hunker down. And he's got that in his merch store. So
yeah,
I imagine if I created a merch store, I would probably have Lone Wolf Bushcraft on some of my T-shirts and sweatshirts. And then the other thing I may put in the merch store is maybe some Lone Wolf hats with maybe a Lone Wolf symbol on all the hats.
Yeah, I think you can get a company that can make them. If you tell them what you want in the T-shirt, they make them.
Yeah.
for you, obviously. Well, I wouldn't
and
be making them myself.
and I think it'd be cool to have some mugs too. Maybe some merch. Maybe that would be in my merch store too. Maybe a few
Cherry Boy
mugs.
TV mug with that
Yeah,
logo that's pulsating right now. Cherry Boy TV and a t-shirt
yeah. There you go. That'd be
and a
cool.
mug. That'd be nice. I made
Yeah,
that logo myself.
and then that's cool. It's a nice logo too. Yeah, I like it. Now, in the background, is that looking over a city or something?
I think it's America, somewhere in America.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's looking over a city of lights or something like that. But uh, but anyways, I thought the merch idea was really cool because, and a lot of these channels that do have a merch store, what happens is all the revenue they make from the merch store, it goes to maybe buying more lights or buying more, more equipment to basically they usually pump it back into their channel to upgrade things for their channel, you know, which is
Yeah.
cool. But
But I think if I was to do something like merchandise, I'd let the proceeds go to a charity because I don't
or
really
you could
need the
do that.
money. I don't
That'd be
really need the money.
right. That'd be cool. Or you, yeah, you could pick a few select charities and you could tell people that's where the money's going to is some charities. That's pretty cool.
And because I think that you can actually link it to a charity and it just goes straight to that charity. I think there's ways of doing it. I don't know how, but
Hmm.
I see like some streamers doing 24-hour charity streams. I'm like, man, that's good to have some streamers do that, do
Yeah,
charity streams. It's very nice of them to 24 hours out of their day to
yeah.
stay up that long to do a charity stream.
I didn't realize what philanthropy is big business, man. Um, but I do know this: a lot of people that are really wealthy, when they're looking at a charity to support, they're looking at what are the administrative costs of that charity. So they really weigh. Uh, Sometimes they're looking for charities that don't have a lot of administrative costs, and that money goes more directly to whoever they want to direct it to. Um, a buddy of mine told me Salvation Army is a pretty cool charity to give to because I guess when disasters happen, they're some of the first people whose boots you see on the ground helping people out, like especially during like a natural disaster or something like that. So that's pretty cool.
Aye, yeah,
And
it'd
then
be like
the Red Cross is the other one I hear about. So
then probably cancer stream, cancer charity.
oh, there you go.
I mean, yeah, it's
There's also charities for like, oh man, I think there's these one group of people. They're not born with very strong lungs, and
yeah,
so they have to wear certain things on their chest, and also they have to do breathing exercise. I can't remember what the the illness is, but I guess they don't live to very old age. Like they're lucky if they can even become teenagers. I just can't remember the name of the disease right now. But anyways, they have charities for those kind of diseases as well. And of course they're raising money for research and also to support families and stuff. I think this one girl that had it, hers was getting so progressively worse, but then she had a lung became available for her to do a lung transplant, and I think they put in two lungs, and both of them were successfully put in. But then I guess there was a blood clot that happened in her brain area, and they weren't able to. And I think she passed.
uh,
But what's wild is this girl took a shot, and what's neat is she got to go on a lot of public talks before she did this surgery where she was trying to get these life-saving lungs.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, Brett. But what's so amazing about this gal is she got to make lots of YouTube videos of her going on these talks. And basically, I mean, it really kind of woke people up, especially people that weren't suffering from any kind of lung thing, and that they can get out there and do stuff. I mean, to this girl, that would have been like a miracle to have been born that way. And like I said, their life expectancy isn't very long. Like some of them are lucky enough if they ever get to become young adults. And and I didn't realize this. You know how like we're practicing wearing our mask and staying away from people? Well, they have to do that all their life because they have these lung disease, right? So they've been practicing social distancing. For them, it's a life thing they have to do for life, mainly because they don't have good working lungs. So it blows me away that there's human beings that have to live that way. We take our lungs for granted.
Yeah.
And that kind of blows me away.
Well, it's just
What's
like
up,
I
says Travel Blogs?
get a lot of people asking. I mean, when they find out you're in a wheelchair, they keep asking, "How do you manage to cope?" Well, when you've been in a wheelchair for so many years, you get used to being in a wheelchair.
Right,
It's not ideal, but you get used to it.
right. Do you
I
some
mean, the
do you
thing,
so- do you sometimes go chill out with other wheelchair folks at events?
no, well, obviously not. You can't really get out of the house just now, but
Right,
no, I haven't. But I would like to, because I mean,
right. I mean, do they have events for wheelchair folks?
they probably do. I
Right,
mean,
right. Or or
CC travel vlogs. Hello.
yeah, with your certain type of thing. I mean, because I know they have organizations around the world for all kinds of different things. And maybe for your type of rare thing, maybe there's a community out there that's got some kind of blog going on or some kind of community page that talks
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. I have been about in a wheelchair for
Rhino.
about 8 years,
Right.
8, 9 years,
Well, I think,
something like that.
yeah, I want to say people use those kind of groups as support groups. You know what I mean? They can swap stories and basically you're talking to other people that know exactly what you're feeling. You know what I mean?
And I mean, that's why I like YouTube, because you get to converse and speak to different people.
Right.
And it's obviously a good thing, you
And,
know?
and you don't have to travel. You can say, hey, folks, there's not
Yeah,
much traveling, but there's a sharing of ideas, right? Or that's
yeah,
how I view it, particularly the live streams. Because obviously mine's not a singing live stream. I thought about singing. I thought about singing on my live streams, but then I also thought about doing comedy on my live streams as well. So, uh, and then I thought about doing like a talk show format as well.
yeah. You
And
do a sort of David Letterman talk show thing.
yeah, there you go. But
I used to watch David Letterman a while back when he was really famous in his talk show.
and
His talk show was good.
yeah, and he's from Indiana, or he grew
Um,
up most of his life in Indiana, or if I remember right, if I think I'm remembering that right. If memory serves me right, he grew up most of his life in Indiana. But then man, what a move going from Indiana to living in New York. That's got to be a trip.
yeah, that's always been like when I was young. I always wanted to go in and see America, but it's never going to happen now, obviously. But
Right.
you know, New
So,
York, LA, all that.
yeah. So why particularly New York or LA? Was there something specific you wanted to see in those areas?
Oh yes, I like watching a lot of stuff set TV series and films that were set in America,
Oh,
and
cool.
it's just nice to see the some of the places they've been filmed, like outside the buildings, and it'd be quite good. And these places in America that you can visit as well.
So what places in Scotland have been filmed that American filmmakers have borrowed from Scotland?
I think Braveheart, Mel
Yeah.
Gibson,
Yeah, that's the
if
big
I'm
one that
correct,
comes
they
to mind.
filmed some of that up in some hills in Scotland.
That's pretty cool. I know for the what's the series called? Lord of the Rings, and also I know Lord of the Rings used new parts of New Zealand. And what is the other movie fit genre? Lord of the Rings, and also the Harry Potter series, and I
Trainspotting,
also used.
Trainspotting. I think it was mainly Edinburgh they used
New
for
Zealand.
that Trainspotting.
Oh, cool.
Ewan McGregor.
Yep, McGregor, Ewan McGregor.
That drug movie. It's quite
So,
sinister, some bits in that movie. Oh,
so what's your favorite genre movie to watch?
I like horror movies.
Horror movies, cool. Oh, speaking of horror movies, I just saw one before I went and mowed the grass today.
Oh,
It's called. It had Hannibal in the title. Oh, The Rise of Hannibal Lecter, and it showed him as a young boy, and it's set in 1944, right? The time period set in 1944. It's a young Hannibal Lecter, and like I said, I think it's called The Rise of Hannibal Lecter. Really well done movie, and it almost explains the origin of how Hannibal Lecter became the way he did, simply because all the things he saw in 1944 when he was a kid, during the when the world wars were going on, and it's a really cool movie. It's really done well, and I've watched some of the Hannibal Lecter series movies, um, uh, and of course I watched the most famous one, which was Silence of the Lambs. And I
there's
think
a good
another one was called The Red Dragon.
there's a
Uh,
good one on Netflix, kind of horror spooky one called The Haunting of Hill House.
oh, there you go.
If you've got Netflix, I think you can get it
Yeah,
get it on that.
I love Anthony Hopkins' version of Hannibal Lecter, and they also made. There was a TV series done about Hannibal Lecter, and I like the actor that plays Hannibal Lecter in that one too.
I
Anyways,
believe that
I like when Anthony Hopkins goes, "Hello, Clarice."
I believe they're going to make a movie of Tiger King.
Oh,
So I heard.
I've seen the Tiger King documentary. That's wild.
So I wonder who'd play Tiger King in the movie.
Who would play him in that? That would
That's
be
what I mean. I've heard a few names being mentioned. I can't remember, but
right.
I'm just trying to think who would play
They'd have to
Tiger
grow
King.
a really good blonde millet too.
Uh,
Yeah. He was quite a character, man. But he really loved animals, and but it's just. Have you seen the documentary? I've watched the documentary.
oh, I've seen the document. I've
Oh my
seen the
god,
when the
it
guy
it
the arm
blew me
is
away.
get ripped off. Oh, that was
Hmm.
horrible. That was horrible.
It blew me away. The documentary. I mean, um, um, and you know what's funny? She was doing the same thing as he was, as far as um, it was weird. It's just um, And it's wild, the feud that came between him and that lady. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Because my daughter was describing to me what the documentary was about, and I almost didn't believe her. And then when I watched it from beginning to end, the Tiger King documentary, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, even after I finished watching, I was like, wow, I can't believe that actually happened. And yeah, if you guys ever, is it still being shown on Netflix? It probably is still.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking through Netflix earlier. I think I
Oh,
still seen it there.
oh my God.
So if you're an interested people, go and watch that.
Oh my God.
Tiger King on Netflix.
It's the
And
most
make sure
crazy.
you don't have anything to eat before it.
Right. It's the most craziest documentary you'll ever see, and you'll pinch yourself to realize it actually happened. The Tiger King documentary. It's yeah, the guy that followed him around for that documentary, it pretty much gave him an all access pass to almost everything behind the scenes, and and that's what made it a crazy documentary.
Yeah,
The guy
and
gave open access to everything, and
it was,
oh my
what was
God.
her name again? Some Baskin. He was trying to get her murdered.
Oh my God, it was crazy.
I can't even remember her full name.
Hmm.
Baskin, something Baskin. Was it? I don't know. I can't remember.
It was crazy. Um, yeah, just just wild. But yeah, what do I like to watch? I watch a lot of westerns. I watch a lot of sci-fi, and then I also like watching true story movies too. Those are fun to watch as well.
Yeah, I
And
love
then
it. The
and then
last just I watched was
I I,
oh
I have like a 75-inch TV down in my basement, and I love setting my lights to where I feel like I'm in a movie theater.
all right.
And what's funny is I bought it before the pandemic hit, and then since
Yeah.
we've been having this pandemic, at least I had a basement to go to and feel like I'm in a movie theater, which was
It's
cool.
movie time
I
every night. It's movie
yeah
time.
yeah I'd pop my popcorn and I would sit back and like I said, my wife doesn't like sitting in the dark movie style, but my daughter does. She thinks that's cool to set the lights just right to where you feel. We even light some candles in the center. Anyways, it gives it really cool lighting that makes you feel like you're in a movie theater. But yeah, break out the popcorn, break out your favorite snacks, and sit back and enjoy a really good movie. That's fun to do.
I think
Oh, I
one of the
finally.
movies I watched was Bundy. Bundy the movie. Oh
Oh,
man,
okay. Oh,
that
yeah.
movie
I
that was
also,
brutal.
yeah, there's some documentary like movies called The Unabomber. I watched that one. And what was the other one? Anyways, I've been also watching, I think it's on Netflix, called Close Calls, Security Close Calls. And those were interesting, where they foiled people's plots that had bad intentions, around the world. So it's really cool. The authorities would catch them, and those kind of documentaries are really cool to watch. It's pretty cool. But
Yeah, I like them. I like police things as well. You know, people getting busted for selling drugs and stuff.
Judy Tylen, I'll be staying in the background. Daddy need to do my house chores. Cool, Judy, that's cool. But yeah, man. I got Netflix, Hulu, and Prime Prime Video, which is cool.
I can
Uh,
get some streaming American services if I use a VPN.
oh, cool.
I've also got Prime Video, Netflix as well. I've not got Hulu though. That's an American thing. I don't know if you can get it over in the UK.
Yep. Knocked my thing down again. That's called That's so funny. That's the beauty of doing it live.
Yeah.
That's so funny. What was I going to say?
Watching
Well, you
some
were saying
paranormal stuff too.
Yeah, you said you had a UPN.
The VPN,
Oh, okay. I know
it's
this.
just basically you're not allowed to access it in the UK. So if I switch it to a different country, if I VPN virtual private network, so
Oh,
I
cool.
pay for that, and it enables you. If you say I switch it to America, it'll enable me to watch American services.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm sure people are doing that here in the States too, so they can watch other countries' channels from around the world. So that's cool. Man, I had
Yeah,
this one friend of mine. He had this huge. This was a long time ago. This might have been maybe 10 years ago. I saw this. This dude had a huge satellite in his backyard, and he'd have this remote control hand thing he would press, and the satellite would move like this. Well, not move that fast, but would move real slowly, about this slow. And basically, he's pointing in different directions in the sky. But like I said, it was ridiculously huge. But then the satellite started getting smaller and a little more powerful, to where you didn't have to have this ridiculously huge satellite in your backyard. But it was fascinating because he would go. Sometimes he would even go out and move it by hand, and he would just find the weirdest channels out there that his large satellite dish would capture from all around the world. Just weird signals from all around the world.
yeah. We've got Sky TV here, but
Oh,
we
cool.
used to be able to get German channels and all these different. We still do, but it's
Hmm.
mainly Arabic channels you get now.
Oh,
But we
wow.
used to be able to get RTL TV, all German channels, different channels. But Sky, I think these countries wanted money for letting
Oh,
them
yeah.
stream their channels, and the Sky said no. So that's
Gotcha.
why they can't show a lot of. We don't get a lot of foreign channels and stuff.
Gotcha. It, yeah, it was interesting the channels he was picking up with this large satellite because, I mean, it was channels I had never seen from all these different countries. It was a trip. But like I said, now they've made these satellites smaller and a little more powerful, and and then you got fiber optics going on, and that's pretty cool. But it's fun to have these. What happened is I got rid of my satellite system and I switched over to streaming channels, and it's really cool because then you just pick and watch whatever you want. I mean, you literally click whatever category or genre you want to check out, and
Yeah,
you can video watch, or I call it binge watching. And yeah, Netflix. I have a lot of fun watching stuff, picking stuff from Netflix. It's really cool, and I love the fact that you can choose the time you want to watch stuff. Yeah, it's really super cool.
I think that's what it's like now. Remember, you used to just watch a certain TV channel. Now you can
Hmm.
watch what you want when you want,
Oh yeah, yeah, it's really
rather
cool.
than wait for a certain time for the program
Yeah.
to come on.
What's funny though, since I run my own YouTube channel now, I find myself watching a lot of YouTube as well. And I got that YouTube app on my TV, so now I can watch these channels on this really big TV, and that's kind of fun. But yeah, I ended up, and then of course you got some people that buy the YouTube Red, and some channels have. Some YouTube channels have gotten into that genre, or if they become popular enough, sometimes they'll put them on exclusive YouTube Red TV, which is really interesting.
I don't think I've heard the YouTube Red.
Or maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's like
Premium
I,
YouTube.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's called. Sorry, I didn't mean to call it YouTube Red. But yeah, the premium
Basically,
YouTube.
well, yeah, but the adverts, you don't get adverts.
Yeah, yeah,
It skips the adverts. Yeah,
yeah.
you don't need to buy that. You can use an add-on, an extension
Hmm.
that stops the adverts coming up. You shouldn't really do it. I've heard a lot of people saying you're taking money away from people. I say,
Right.
look, I don't want to see adverts every single time when you're trying to watch something.
J Mike's in the house. What's happening,
Hey,
J
J Mike.
Mike?
What up, J Mike? How you
How's it
doing?
going, buddy? It is after midnight here, and it is 12:09 after midnight here. How you doing, J Mike? And also Brett Glazo's in the house. We got 3 million in the house right now. Or I like what this one person said. We have 3 billion in the house. That would be a trip if that was that many people watching. That would be really wild.
Yeah, that's another thing I've noticed. Some YouTube streamers, I mean, they might not have as many people in the chat as it looks, because a lot of them could be clones. They use a certain thing that makes it look like their channel's busy.
Right, right.
What do you call it? I can't. I don't even
What
remember.
I like this one YouTube person I was talking to.
340 each.
Wow. I was watching this one person. I guess they were frustrated because they only saw one person listen to them. And I had to tell that person, I was like, hey, man, look, people are going to rewatch your live stream. So uh, I almost told him, you got to pretend you're almost like doing a video. More fun to be in the chat with. Yeah, I agree with that. Because I did see
Yeah.
this bigger channel that had, and what's wild, he could barely read the comments. There were like 140 people, and the comment section was flicking like this. Like there's no way, like whoever was talking on that channel, there's no way he could have read the comments because they're literally going by like that. But anyways, what I was telling this smaller YouTube channel that was only talking to one person, I was like, you got to keep in mind people are going to replay your live stream, and so just pretend you're doing a video, especially if you're only talking to one person. So, but oh, that's right, J Mike. Yeah, they will watch part of it later. That's right. And then he says, my views go up the next day. That's right. When there are too many people. Yeah. One time I wasn't on the panel, but I was watching this panel that had about 10 people. Yeah, the opening minutes need to be good. I agree with that, J Mike. Anyways, I was watching this one panel it had looked like 10 people up on panel, and they if the conversation got excited, you would start to hear these 10 people almost talk all over each other, and it was hard to understand who was talking. Or they'd start to interrupt each other too much, and it was really hard to follow the conversation because there was like 10 people talking at the same time.
That's because I think you can have 10 people on StreamYard.
Yep.
If you pay for it.
Yeah. See, I'm on the free channel, so the most I can have is 6 people at the same time.
It's good. 6 people.
Which I think's enough. Yeah, that's enough.
Why would you want to have 10 people? It'd be like, jumping in a trampoline with 20 people.
Yeah, it would be different if I was making. It'd be different if I was monetized already, but I'm not monetized, so I don't. To me, I need to justify spending that kind of money. So sometimes
It
the
is
host
because I've been
waits to
watching like
talk.
a lot of live streams where there's been about 10 people on it, and oh, everybody's trying to get a word in,
Yep.
and it's like crazy.
Yeah, I agree with J Mike. Sometimes it even gets crazy when you have 6 people on panel talking. But I cracked up at what Andrew said one time. The channel that's called Out Until Further Notice. Uh, he noticed there's people that have come up on his panel, and all of a sudden, the person's not saying anything or adding to the conversation. Like they're just like sometimes they'll throw their profile there, their picture up, and then they just won't comment the whole time of the stream. And Andrew goes, that's a little weird because he goes, if you're going to be on panel, at least contribute to the conversation. Anyways, Andrew noticed that. And then
Aye.
I guess the other thing he noticed is sometimes, um, I think the other thing he noticed is sometimes people would be in the background, and he would wonder. But see, I think I would notice the panel more than I would the background one. People saying they're in the background. So, but you know what? It wouldn't even bother me. Like, let's say we had 4 or 5 other people with us here up on panel. I wouldn't be bothered if the person wasn't making a lot of comments. It uh, I, but anyways, I guess everyone has their uh, their quirks. I guess that wouldn't be my quirk. I mean, I may be a little surprised if the person's not engaging in conversation, but otherwise than that, I guess I wouldn't care. But I guess if you only have 6 spots, then uh, I guess you could say to the person, "Hey, are you still there?" And if they don't respond, I guess you can kick them off so you can give a spot to someone that may want to come up or something like that. I guess. But
Aye.
but
I mean, I
anyways,
have.
I guess he really notices that when someone's on panel, they don't add anything to the conversation. Or I
You
didn't know
do
that.
get some people like that though, that they'll sit
Yeah.
there and they'll just maybe say something every 5 minutes or something.
Right. Right. But I didn't know. It's funny. I was watching a live stream. I think he was talking to Lynn on her live stream, and he was saying he noticed that. But anyways, I didn't know that's one of the things he was noticing. But but he's a good conversationalist. Andrew is the Out Until Further Notice too. He's a really good conversationalist. Another
Yeah,
good conversationalist is Brett Glasgow. Glasgow,
because
hopefully, yeah.
it's hard to it's hard to judge when to speak because you don't know when someone's going to speak. You don't want to cut them off, and I've done
Right,
that quite a few times. Cut somebody off, as you know
right.
yourself, and you're thinking, "Oh, not on you go."
Oh,
It's getting
I think I read somewhere men do that more than gals do. But I don't know if we as a species, us guys, I don't know if we just get excited about what we're talking about. Maybe that's why we do it. But see, I don't mind it. You're one of the good people to bounce ideas off on a live stream, and another person is Brett. Um, man, that dude has. He's just really, really smart, and he knows almost a lot of different subject matters, and it's amazing all the subjects Brett knows. I'm like that to an extent, but I think he may even have me beat in that category. He just seems to know a lot of different categories about a lot of different things, which is cool. Which makes him really interesting to have on panel because like I said, all you have to do is mention one phrase or one subject, and Brett can go. I mean, he can really run with it. Uh,
yeah.
uh, um, yeah. Anyways, Andrew, him and Lynn were talking on their live stream, And I think Andrew was playing around with using a genre on his live stream about making it like a talk show. So I think Andrew was batting that idea around for his own live stream. So, like in the case of me, I usually start off my live stream with lighting my candles, and then usually I got my disco lights going on, and then of course I got my ceiling fan running, my wind chimes, and then of course tonight I talked about these 3 books. So this was a science book talking about possible planets being out there, possible Earth-like planets. Of course, they're too far away. And then the Daniel Dennett book, Breaking the Spell, Religion as a Natural Phenomenon. And then Guns, Germs, and Steel, The Fates of Human Societies, with a new chapter on Japan. So, and then I think I was telling my audience I love, like, even though I don't hold Daniel Dennett's worldview, I like reading books that kind of challenge me or kind of challenge where I stand on religion and politics. And both these books are like that. They may not be people whose worldviews I hold, and I do that to kind of challenge myself. So I know not everyone does that, but to me, it's even though I'm a big science guy, there's a spiritual philosophy about me. And I think that's why I dig Buddhism too. I mean, I'm not a Buddhist, but I'll show you here. Let me show you. This cat right here, this dude right here, he's one of my favorite, even though I'm not Buddhist, this dude right here is one of my favorite Buddhist writers. His name is Thai Nhat Hanh. He's a really cool Buddhist writer. And I love the title of this book. It's called The Energy of Prayer, How to Deepen Your Spiritual Practice. And yeah, so that's a really cool book. And then, like I said, even though I'm not Buddhist, I like this book as well. It's called The Teachings of the Buddha, Wisdom of the Dharma, from the Pali Canon to the Sutras. And so that's kind of a really cool book. So even though I'm not Buddhist, I find the writings of Buddhism and some of the practices really, really interesting. Now here's a guy whose worldview I don't hold, and he's not alive anymore. Let me show you his book. He's sometimes a controversial guy too. He's not alive anymore, but it's Christopher Hitchens, a very outspoken cat. And the neat thing about this book is called Letters to a Young Contrarian. Is the name of this book. Like I said, I don't hold his worldview, but he had become anyways, when he got his citizenship and became an American citizen, even though I don't hold his worldview, he's a really interesting writer, has a really strong command of the English language. I'm so sad that he's gone. Even though he didn't hold my worldview, I'm really sad that Christopher Hitchens is gone because he had such a command of the English language and just a really smart individual. I mean, and I always feel I can learn from people. I even have some of his audiobooks, and just I think one of his audiobooks I have is called Hitch 22. And I think another one I may have is, I can't think of his other one. But anyway, it's just an amazing individual. He's controversial though, because he didn't say a lot of nice things about Mother Teresa.
Oh dear.
But he is a very controversial guy, but just a really smart guy.
Yeah, audiobooks. Audiobooks are good if you can't be bothered reading. You can just sit back and listen with the headphones,
yeah. And
and you
what's
don't need
neat
to
is,
worry about turning pages.
yeah, and I love his accent, his English accent. So some of his audiobooks he reads himself. It's really cool. And Richard Dawkins is another one whose worldview I don't hold, but I love the fact that he really he teaches science, and for the layperson, he can make science. Uh, I did get an audiobook where he's reading. I think it's called The Origin of Species. Or no, I take it back. It's called An Ancestor's Tale, I believe. That's the audiobook I have, and then I think I have the God Delusion audio as well from Richard Dawkins, and he's got another book called Unweaving the Rainbow. But
That's the thing I really want to start doing is listening to audiobooks because I think it'd be quite good.
Yeah. Well, what's neat about Richard Dawkins is he really knows his science, and just an amazing individual. And he has a really good command of the English language, and he cares about what his readers are reading. Like he cares to, and the way he describes science is just, it's amazing how he describes science. The other person who's good at describing science is Stephen Hawking, is another person that's good at describing science. But what I like about Richard Dawkins, especially when he's writing about science, it really helps the layperson understand what science is about and what the current science understanding is about as well. And yeah, and I'm not a nerd, dude, but I am a little bit to some extent, especially when it comes to science. I really love. I think science is off the chain.
That's another
Hola, Daddy, still here. Cool, Filipina.
Comedy series like The Big Bang Theory. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
The Big Bang Theory. That's funny.
Well, that's cool. That's where.
Because that's about science and stuff kind of thing as well.
You know what's cool about The Big Bang Theory?
Stephen Hawking's appeared in it as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Panel.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, Brett. Let me put on. Hopefully, I see. Sometimes I get so into talking, I may not realize that someone had tried to come up on panel. There you go, Brett. In case you want to come up on panel, big guy. But yeah, man, I'm so like I said, Richard Dawkins is just amazing how he explains science to the average layperson. I think he makes it accessible. And like I said, on some of his books, he reads some of his audiobooks. It's really cool. But he actually really cares. I think one time he went on this radio show, Richard Dawkins did, and he ended up teaching a lot of really cool science. It was really cool. Hey, Brett, if you want, click on the StreamYard there, bro, if you want to come up on panel. But what I liked about him is he anyways, he was coming on this, I can't remember the title of the radio show, but he was invited to come on this radio show to talk about science. And he thought he was going to end up arguing with a lot of these adults. And a lot of these adults just appreciated what he was saying about science. And so he ended up doing more teaching than arguing with these people on the radio. And he said it was an amazing experience because the people enjoyed learning more about science. And that was really cool. Or that's kind of cool. He really had that experience.
Yeah.
I wonder if I read his thing right.
I think he meant something about 24 on StreamYard panel.
Oh,
she probably meant to put panel in the same sentence. I think he meant.
Oh, gotcha. maybe not have no more than 2 or 4 on a panel. I see what you're saying, Brett. Sorry about that, big guy. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Sometimes it's easier to have just 2 or 4 on a panel. Yeah, that's a good point, Brett. But yeah, he thought he was, and I can't remember where in the. I think he was visiting.
Oh,
I think he was visiting. That's the 3rd time I've done that. I think he was visiting an American. He's from Britain. Richard Dawkins is, and I think he was visiting an American radio station. And like I said, he thought, I think it was somewhere in the Bible Belt, if I remember right. And he honestly thought a lot of people were going to argue with him on the radio show, and they ended up loving what he said about science. So he ended up teaching a bunch of people about science that probably should have been taught already to them. But these guys were really, they actually had more science questions, and he ended up sharing a lot of science with them on this radio show, which was really cool.
yeah.
Which is
Anywho, I'm going to have to shoot. I've got to get up later because I'm expecting a delivery from Amazon,
cool.
a Bluetooth speaker.
Is that the one where you shout out what music you want to hear and it automatically
No,
does
that's
it?
Alexa. That's
Oh.
Alexa. I've already got 2 of them.
So what's your Bluetooth speaker going to do?
Just connect it to your phone. You can connect it to the laptop. You can play music.
Cool.
You could have, like, you speaking through the Bluetooth speaker when you're live.
Oh, cool.
I use headphones most of the time when I'm on my laptop.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it's good, But it's just been good. Thanks for letting me come on. It was fantastic.
Well, thanks for spending time with me, man. I appreciate
it. Hopefully, next time get another good discussion going.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. I appreciate that, man.
Well, thanks very much for the invite, Liz. It was great. It's always great to speak to you. It's fantastic, and I'll catch you next time. And you take care and stay safe. And
sounds good. Right. Have a good day.
You take care. Bye.
Cheers. Peace. Well, that was cool. What do we got here? Filipina Raquel de los Santos. I love her full name on her channel. Filipina Raquel de los Santos. Judy Thailand, I tried our food. Some I can't eat it because I have a Thai friend cook me 1 kilo of chicken, but they put 2 kilos of chili. Oh my God. So I think Filipina's saying it's super spicy, which my baby brother would love. He loves that hot chili. Hi, Sissy Says Travel Vlogs. Yeah, my baby brother, I'm 2 years older than my brother, and he really loves the hot stuff. I am taking a shower now, very hot, fire feelings. Oh, look out. Woo, woo. That made me laugh. Filipina Raquel makes you laugh. That's super cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like a, oh my God, woo, woo. That's so funny. Daddy Lone Wolf laughing. I'm laughing. Well, it is 12:32 in the morning. So I should probably be wrapping this up here. So let's me walk over to the candles. So yeah, that was a cool discussion I had with Jerry Boy TV. Thanks, Jerry Boy TV, for chilling out with your brother Lone Wolf Bushcraft here. Filipino Raquel says, ha ha ha. Are you ending this live stream, Daddy Lone Wolf? Yep. I'm slowly bringing it to an end. Not abruptly. It's going to be slowly bringing it to an end. So yeah, Jerry Boy TV was cool. So this is my wood wick candle that kind of makes crackling sounds like a fireplace. These are my tea light candles here. And there's my disco lights to shoot the lights onto the ceiling and also the wall there. There's my wind chimes. Here's a Japanese Yoda, I call it. That's pretty funny. And then here's the Yoda from, this is the Yoda you've seen from Mandalorian. That's the Mandalorian Yoda. So that's the Mandalorian. I don't think he's ever seen a live stream. So if you ever watched the Mandalorian series, this is what the 50-year-old Yoda looks like. So it's from the Mandalorian. I don't think 50-year-old Yoda has seen a. I don't think 50-year-old Yoda has seen a live stream before. Okay, I have an imagination. That's pretty fun. So yeah, what's funny is I put him up here like he's looking over the corner here. It's pretty funny. There you go. I like setting him up there like that, where it looks like he's looking over the thing there. So I took my daughter to go see The Lion King. I took him to see a Broadway version of The Lion King. And I bought this for, oh my God, I think my daughter, she's 20 something now, but a long time ago when she was in grade school, I took her to a Broadway show of The Lion King. This is one of the stuffed animals they had. But anyways, a Broadway show of The Lion King. My God, it was a lot of years ago. But took her to a Broadway show of The Lion King. So that's kind of cool. And let's see. Markel was laughing here. Let's see. Yep. Winding it down. Especially this is my special blogging room. Scary eyes. Oh, it'd be the 50-year-old Yoda. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I think it's on Disney Channel Plus. Has the Mandalorian series. I've watched the first season. I've not watched season 2. But yeah, it's really good. It's a really good show. The Mandalorian is. So this is like I think this thing changes colors. Let's see. There's different colors there. So yeah, hope you guys and gals are all doing well. Thank you guys and gals for stopping by the Lone Wolf Bushcraft's After Dark live stream here. Thanks for joining my After Dark live show here. Hope you guys and gals are all doing well. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Take care. Later. Later, everybody. Take care. Peace. Later, Gators. I'll talk to you guys and gals later. Once again, thanks to everybody that's in the chat. Thanks for everyone that came by today. I really appreciate you guys and gals. You guys and gals rock. Yeah, it is pretty colorful room. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by my live stream. And yeah, love y'all. Hope you're all doing well. Anyways, hope you guys and gals are all doing well. Daddy Lone Wolf Daddy Lone Wolf appreciates everyone that stopped by my live stream today. I also appreciate Jerry Boy TV for being my co-host. You rock, Jerry Boy TV. I appreciate you, brother. And yeah, I hope you guys and gals take care, and I'll talk to you later. Later, Gators. Peace. Take care, everybody. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Woo woo. I appreciate that, Raquel. Take care. Have a good night, everybody. Peace. Later, Gators. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.